Okay, so today I'm going to start I'm going to just start going through our protocol book one by one, start at the beginning and go all the way to the end. I'm going to just start with our first facial here. We're going to do with the Ormedic Flash Facial. Yeah, this is our most basic facial that we have here. But the reason I'm doing this one first is I really just want to go in depth of how these products work. How long do you put on the cleanser? What is the exfoliant for? What are the ingredients doing in this facial? So yeah, I'm going to start with a really quick basic facial, but I'm going to go in depth as to why we're doing it this way. This is a mini facial. It's a flash facial. So there isn't a double cleanse, and there usually isn't a mask in a flash facial either. These are can also be done right at the sink, right at a shampoo bowl. We start with the Ormedic cleanser. This cleanser is pretty much a universal cleanser for all skin types and all concerns. Anybody and everybody, unless you're allergic to aloe, anybody and everybody could probably use this cleanser. Most cleansers start with, if you're allergic to aloe, you probably shouldn't. Other than an allergy, this can work for just about any skin type. The key ingredients in this cleanser, most cleansers, the key ingredient is water. And then there's a surfactant that gives it its bubbles. But in this case, our main ingredients are aloe and green tea. So we're calming the skin and we're moisturizing the skin at the same time. So we're moisturizing with the aloe and we're calming the skin with the green tea. And we will massage this cleanser in for a full minute. Also, when I'm cleansing, I'm going a little bit faster than I would for the massage, just because I'm trying to cleanse the face. That's why I'm going as fast as I am right now. You can take both hands and put on each side of the cheeks here, and then use your thumbs to draw it over the bridge of the nose to bring that product over the nose, over the top of the nose like this. And then you can put each thumb on each side of the nose to get into the divots on each side of the nose, just like this. Next is a hot towel. Make sure to test the hot towel on your wrist before you put it on your guest. Is this temperature okay for you? I'm going to find where her top and her lower jaw meet, and I'm going to do a little bit of effleurage right there on that muscle. Probably 8 rotations is good. And I'll bring it up to the temple. Do it again. And that's about as long as you can go. This towel's already cold. Boom. That's all the time you get with these towels. So when you have a protocol in there that says leave the towel on over the top of a mask, I say do that for like 10 seconds, because once it's cold, it's just a cold, wet rag on your face for 5 or 10 more minutes, and that's just not comfortable, it's not fun, it's cold and whatever, yeah. So either skip it or just do it for a few seconds. If we had better towels, it'd be a different story. Next is our exfoliant. This is the Ormedic Balancing Gel Polisher. This is, again, kind of like the Ormedic Cleanser. This is an aloe-based, it's a gel-based. Anything that's gel is water-based, anything that's a cream is oil-based. So all of these products that we're using today are all in the water-based arena. So these can be used for any skin type or in condition, especially folks who are suffering from acne can use these products and it'll work just right for them. This one has a little bit of aloe, but not the same amount. This one's more of an exfoliant instead of a cleanser. So you see these little micro beads inside there. Those are little pieces of crushed up bamboo. And the bamboo is what's going to give us our physical exfoliation. There are also some enzymes in here as well that is going to give us a little bit of enzymatic exfoliation as well. I find that it's sometimes hard to remove these beads. So what I'll do is I'll add a little pump of the cleanser. And now this exfoliant becomes a foaming scrub, and it's easier to remove the beads with the cleanser. Because that's the idea of a soap. It draws dirt and impurities away. So it's gonna, a little bit of the soap, the bubbles there is gonna help to draw those little beads off of the skin later. Again?
Hello, International Salon Spa Academy. You are a Cosmo or a barber. This would be a good thing to listen to because you have boards on Tuesday. Please don't forget. Please be prepared. If you come here without your stuff, you might get sent home. Goodbye.
This exfoliant can go on for up to 2 minutes. So I will massage for a full 2 minutes here. Right now I'm just kind of massaging the jawline. You can use your full palm and go all the way up the side of the face in these little stroking movements. But you can feel those little beads moving around on your face. You can keep going if you can keep going for longer than that if you want to, but it's recommended for 1 to 2 minutes for that. Rub it in for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay. All right, so this facial does not have a mask. So we're gonna skip the mask portion. We're gonna go straight into the serum. How is this temperature? It's not too hot? Okay. Wants us to go right in with the serum after this. So really, this is not a 30-minute facial. This is more like a 20-minute facial because there's no mask. So my first towel, I used effleurage movements. This time I'm going to move on to petrissage, which is pinching. Some people call it squishing. Just 2 little pumps around the side of the face. Don't squish your eyeballs. Just little pinches or squeezes. I see a lot of folks, when they're removing their products, I see a lot of pecking going on, what I call pecking instead of removing. And what I mean by pecking is the esthetician will start here and do a little bit and remove this part, and then they'll come up here and remove this part, and then they'll come up here and remove this, and it's just kind of pecking around the face. It's an inconsistent removal. It feels weird to your guest being pecked all over the place. So I'll show you the 5 quick solid movements, and it's the same on each side. So the first one is just a flat hand right on the side of the cheek. Just draw it up. Next is going to be on the inside of the nose and out with your thumb. Stroke 2. Then it's going to be from the center of the forehead to the side. Stroke 3. Then it's going to be the top and the side of the nose with your thumb and your forefinger. Boom. And then that's 4, and then 5 is the upper lip. That way it's just a consistent removal, and it feels like you're not pecking all over the guest's face. So I'll show you one more time with those 5 removal movements. 1 on the side of the cheek. 2, the side of the nose under the eye. 3, forehead. 4, nose. 5, upper lip. And you remove everything without any fuss. Next is our antioxidant serum. The Balancing Ormedic Antioxidant Serum, again, this is enriched with green tea, but what the real claim to fame here is this is packed with vitamin C. It's what it's called cockadoo plum. Cockadoo plum is about 3 or 4 times more powerful. The vitamin C in a cockadoo plum is 3 or 4 times more powerful than an orange. So that's why we have that in here. Okay. Sure. I don't know. I haven't done that yet. But why not? Yeah. So the antioxidant serum along with the antioxidant enhancer. The antioxidant serum, again, green tea. You're getting antioxidant properties from that. An antioxidant, it neutralizes free radicals from damage like smoking or the sun. It also has the vitamin C in there, the cockadoo plum. That's a natural moisturizer. It's an anti-inflammatory. It's an antioxidant. It suppresses the production of melanin. Since I used a little bit extra here, I'm going to show you just a few quick massage movements. First is marionette lines. It's these lines right here. You just take your thumbs and bring them straight up toward yourself. So I'll do like 10 of those on each side. Then I can move the cheekbones. I'll find that same muscle from earlier where the top and the lower jaw meet. And then I'll take my 2 fingers and find that muscle, and then draw them up, and then put my other 2, my middle fingers behind it. And we're just kind of going to do a walking motion, pulling that muscle toward yourself. You can do that 8 or 10 times. And once I'm moving on to the other side, remember, we don't want to separate while we're doing massage. We don't want to break contact. Okay, another one. Start at find the center of the face, find the cheekbone right in the center of the face, and you're going to draw that cheekbone all the way back to the earlobe. This is, what's the right word? I'm the pressure, like for the, what am I trying to say? I'm saying, so my pressure here for like the forehead, is a normal amount of pressure, but when I'm trying to draw on this cheekbone, I'm going to give more pressure. A little bit more than normal. Yeah, just a little bit more than normal. Because we're just going to slide our fingers across the top of that bone. It goes all the way to the earlobe. And then one more quick one is you can interlock your fingers like this and use your knuckles to massage the forehead. I don't recommend using a lot of pressure for these other massage movements, but for that one where you're just kind of just sliding your fingers across the top of that bone, it's okay to use pressure. All right, next up is going to be our eye lift gel. The eye lift gel, this has, again, the green tea, but that's an antioxidant, but what's also in here is quinoa extract. Quinoa extract helps to reduce puffiness under the eyes. And I'll show you the 4 manipulations for under the eyes. Definitely empty. We always start putting on our eye creams and under eye gels. We always start by tapping. That's our first manipulation. The process of tapping is actually what's helping to physically push those little fatty deposits back, okay? So we're literally tapping. You can sit there and do that in front of the television if you want. You can sit there and just tap underneath your eyes and it'll help to reduce the puffiness. Just that physical motion will do it. So manipulation 1 is getting the product on the face just by tapping. Manipulation 2 is draw it over the brow bone. Not the actual eyebrow. You're going just under the eyebrow. This is really following that eye socket, the bone inside. This third manipulation is going to be pinching that brow bone. You're going to go pinch. Do this 4 times. And then one more time. And then one more manipulation is close, open, close, open. So you start at the center of the nose. You start with your fingers closed, and you draw your fingers over the top and bottom eye socket and close your fingers on the outside. And now you're going to open up your fingers again to avoid crow's feet. All right? So close, open, close, open. Close, open. Close, open. Close, open, close, open. And I'll do this 4 times. Close, open, close, open. Next is going to be our protection or moisturizer. It says SPF of choice. I'm going to use our 50. When we're talking about sunscreens, especially when your guests are asking you about sunscreens, what we're talking about is broad spectrum coverage. All right, broad spectrum coverage is there. It's going to protect you from UVA, UVB rays, both UVA and UVB. Okay, so these are the rays that are going to tan you or burn you, and these are also the rays that are going to age you. Many over-the-counter sunscreens don't give both. You get one or the other. And it's important that, especially if you have guests that are skeptical of sunscreens, it's important to persuade them or to push them towards mineral-based, broad-spectrum sunscreens. The Image Skincare line, they are all mineral-based and they are all broad-spectrum. Some of them also have digital defense as well, which is going to protect your skin from the blue light from screens, from televisions and smartphones and things like that. We don't necessarily realize it, but screen time does age us, and we need to protect ourselves from that. Then we close this facial with the Ormedic Lip Enhancement Complex. This was originally developed to be placed on the lips after lip injections to give it an even more of a plumping effect. But then we realized that you don't necessarily need the injections to get that temporary effect with the lip complex, and it's one of the best sellers in the line because of that. It just feels wonderful. And that is your Ormedic Flash Facial. Does anybody have any questions about this facial?
If the client wants to add a mask, can they? Or
For sure. If you do add a mask, I just throw in the Ormedic mask because it just goes along with the same line. You can absolutely do that. And I also suggest if you want to use the gel-based mask, specifically that one, you can double that as your massage medium as well. So that little gel-based mask, you can move a lot, or you can move it around a lot and use that for you. So while the mask is processing, you can actually do your massage. Any other questions?
Was this 15 minutes or how long?
This one is the Ormedic Flash Facial. It says it's a half-hour facial, but there's no mask in it. So I say it's about a 20-minute facial. Yeah.
But you can still get 3, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's really, really fast. It's a really, really fast facial. And then, yeah, every week I'll be going through all of our one of our protocols, and then interdispersed I'll be doing some 7-function machine stuff too. Last week we did what was it? Ultrasonic. We did ultrasonic last week. Do one of these this week, and I'll do something else next week.
Are you gonna let the front know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, every Saturday at 3 I demonstrate another facial. I'd like to stick to the facials that we have in-house just to give you a little bit more background